Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another kind of like get ready with me. And today I'm gonna talk about kind of where I've been, what I've been doing, why there's different background and stuff like that. So I hope you're gonna enjoy that, and we're gonna do like a blue look because it's been getting colder and I've just been really into like cool toned blue looks, and we haven't done a blue in a while. So let me do my brows first. And I just changed my hair. I have more like a gingery hair, so I think I'm gonna use kind of like a warm brown. I have this Wicked palette from GRWM Beauty. This is the Aussie Forest palette that I've been reviewing, and I'm still kind of like trying to use it a bit more to make sure that I know how I feel about this. And I think I'm gonna mix this deep brown with this light shade. No, maybe with this one. So this one and then this one to do like a reddish brown for my brows. And these eyeshadows are incredible. Like, it's such a comfortable formula and I really enjoy using them. So let me brush my brows up, and I'm gonna have to eventually go and plug them a bit. So what has been happening? This is actually my first time filming in a week, I think. I might have filmed like 1 or 2 entries for my makeup diaries, but that's about it. Otherwise, I haven't really filmed a video in more than a week. And that's because I've been really busy at work, and also like my uni has been a little bit, like I had a lot of things to finish for my courses, and you know, the semester is getting closer and closer to the end. So I have been a little bit more distracted with these things, and I didn't have time to film. But also I moved to a new apartment with my friend, and I no longer live at my at the dorms, which is amazing, by the way, and I'm gonna talk about that. But you know, I had to like organize everything here and buy all the furniture and figure out how it's gonna look here, like what I'm gonna have, what I'm gonna need, how to organize everything. And also I've been just kind of getting used to living here, and it's been amazing. I've been here for 3 weeks, I believe. Yeah, it should be 3 weeks, and it's amazing. It's like a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's in such a nice, calm, like quiet part of town, or definitely more quiet than I've been used to with the dorms, which makes sense because there's like what, 1,000 rooms there, I believe. So it will get quite loud, especially since there's also a nightclub right below the dorms. So it has been amazing over here, just really calm, and I can sleep properly, and also I have more space for myself. Obviously I only have this room, but then there's the like kitchen and bathroom and hall and stuff like that, so I feel like I have more space and I can kind of move around a bit more. And I have like proper kitchen, which definitely hasn't been the case when I was living at my dorms. I'm gonna use the Essence Brow Lift and Freeze glue with the Ultimate Hold, and it's transparent. I've been trying this a bit lately because my Maybelline Brow Glue is finished now. And honestly, it has been so amazing to move out of the dorms. I was a little nervous about that because obviously you have to organize a lot of things, and moving is always like really stressful. And also it was really quick because I I work from Tuesday to Friday, and I go to school, like to my uni, from my Monday to Friday. So the only 3 days that I have are the weekends, and there's not that much that you can do throughout one weekend. And I had to move quite quickly because also like you need to find someone who's gonna borrow your car and stuff like that, and it's been a bit hectic. And I always dread things like these because I just, not that I don't like change, but there's certain things that I always get really anxious about. So this has been a bit like stressful period for me. But what has been amazing, let me actually prep my eyes. I'm gonna use the Catcher's Grip to Last Eyeshadow Primer. What has been really amazing was the day that I returned the keys from my dorm, and I was kind of like walking away from there, waiting for like my bus to come. I just felt so free and so happy, and like I'm moving forward in the right direction, if that makes sense. And I've lived there for a while. I think I've lived there for almost 5 years, no, 4 years. Because I think I started living there around 2021, if I remember that correctly. And I've moved around a lot. Like, you never know if you're gonna stay in the same room or if they're gonna change the room for you because of, repairs and stuff like that. So you never feel at home and at peace there. Also, it's just, you can't get your own furniture because it's really small rooms and they already have their furniture there. So it never feels like it's your space. And I'm gonna use my little ghost palette from Woodside because I'm trying to open up behind it. But actually, I'm gonna start with the Fairy Tale Europe palette because I'm gonna set the upper part of my lid, like underneath the brows, with this shade. It has been working really nicely for me lately since the eyeshadow primer is non-colored. So I feel like it looks better if I actually set that area with like a skin toned color. And where was it? Yeah, you never really feel comfortable there. It's always like you're just staying there for a bit. Also, like, you don't really have like a proper kitchen. You're sharing your bathrooms. It's really it's a hassle to, like, I don't know, wash your clothes. It's a bit more uncomfortable, and there's so many people, and you never know how long you're gonna be in the same room with someone else because they move a lot as well. And I don't like meeting new people unless it's in situations where I'm prepared for it. But I don't like to just randomly have to introduce myself to a new person that is gonna be living with me. That's just something that I am not really comfortable with. It doesn't feel okay for me, and I know that's something that I just need to like deal with, and I've been dealing with it for years, and now I just kind of want my own peace and quiet and being around people that I actually want to be around. But it has been, I think, I've learned a lot in my time at the dorms, and now it's time to move on. And I've been so happy and like elated to finally leave that part of my life behind and starting like a new chapter. And I'm very happy to, I'm gonna move along because otherwise this video is gonna be 1,000 hours long. I'm gonna use the shade Ghoulish, which is this light blue. I think I'm gonna do like a light blue look with a dark blue shimmery liner. Um, but yeah, I'm living with my friend. We've been friends for like forever. We've known each other ever since we were little kids because our parents know each other. And she's a couple months younger than me, or like almost a year younger than me. And you know, it's one of those friends that you don't necessarily see every single time, because there would be months that we wouldn't see each other. Like sometimes we wouldn't even see each other for a year because we're not that we don't live that close to each other, and also we were studying in completely different cities, like completely different parts of the state. And it's just, you know, we haven't seen each other all that much, but it's one of those friends that it doesn't matter if you don't see them for many months at a time, because you always know that once you'll see each other, everything is just gonna be exactly as it was. And it's very easy to like start where you've left off. And she's just really cool, really nice. So I'm very happy that we're gonna be living together and sharing this apartment together. And you know, it's nice to be around someone you actually feel comfortable around. Not that my like roommates weren't okay, or you know, that I wouldn't like them or anything, but you just don't really have any connection. You only see each other once every couple nights, just when you're like passing each other in the bathroom or something. So it's not like you actually have a relationship with them, and that makes it even weirder, in my opinion, to just live right next to someone you don't know anything about. Because I had a room for myself, but we were in like a cubicle. I don't know if you call it that way. So we would share all the utilities and stuff like that. I'm gonna use Haunted to deepen it up a bit. And yeah, now it's gonna be a lot nicer. And for the past 3 weeks, I've been figuring out how to organize everything around here. I have mostly organized everything that I like really need. I think there's gonna be like a little bit of changes, but it's not gonna be anything major. Maybe just like a couple boxes here and there to store things around, but otherwise I think the room is gonna stay exactly as it is. And I really like this room. It's cozy, it feels nice. Why? I don't know if I've had this problem when I first reviewed this palette, but these two shades don't want to really layer on top of each other. And I feel like I had the same problem when I was reviewing this palette, but also I could be wrong. But I feel like it was these two. Why do they always give me a hard time? I know that blues are really hard to formulate, but come on. I've had some really nice blues from Wooden's Eye, so I want to have a formula that I can work with easily. I'm gonna do the same thing on the lower lash line. Maybe I need to start with the shade Haunted if I want this to work, I don't know. So yeah, I've been kind of decorating and organizing, and it took forever because obviously I spent all of the like first half of the day at work, and then in the afternoon and like all throughout the evening I'm at the uni studying. So I usually come here around like 6, well, between 6 and 8, because that really depends on my schedule. And you're really tired at that point. Like I usually only really have the energy to like cook for the next day, have a shower and go to sleep. Usually that's all that I can do. So, and I needed to put together all the furniture. Obviously, like there's no one who would help me. And my friend has been with her parents a bit more before she's gonna like fully live here. So most days I would be here on my own, and it's not complicated to set up your own furniture, but it takes a while. I have a lot of like calluses, all my nails are chopped, and yeah, I have some battle wounds. It's one of those things that I have absolutely no problem doing. Like, I don't mind doing this. It just does take me a while, especially like if it's bigger furniture and you have to kind of maneuver around while also like screwing things in and things like that. And there were moments where I was wondering whether it was the right idea to try to like set everything up on my own. But it's just fun to do, and also it's kind of like a puzzle. I've always loved puzzles and then like playing with Lego and stuff like that, and this is just like a larger and heavier version of that. But I do like what I have around here, and it's finally tidy. It's been so annoying to just go to sleep and seeing all the little like bags and boxes with all of my things. So now that it's organized and it's in all of the little shelves, it looks so much neater, and just, I'm finally feeling a little bit calmer. And also what I love about this apartment is that it's way closer to both my workplace and also my school. So I don't have to travel for too long, which every single minute that I don't have to spend in public transport is incredible. Especially now that it's getting colder and it's dark outside all the time. I just prefer not to spend that much time traveling and like moving places. So now what am I gonna use on the eyes for shimmers? I want to use the On Top of the World collection from Cleonut because I'm trying to kind of go through every single shade a couple times to be able to haul it. The same goes for the Wicked palette, so I'm just kind of mixing them together. I think I'm gonna use the shade Happy Go Lucky. It's such a pretty shade, and I'm gonna use it in like the second half of the lid. This one is very tealy blue, and I mean, look at that, it's so pretty. So that is what has been happening with me, and that's also why I wasn't as good with filming and also uploading because I've been so tired. And like I have so many videos that I can upload because I knew that it's gonna be stressful, so I have pre-filmed. But I've just been so tired, and also I've been sick not that long ago, and I'm still feeling like I'm not at 100% of my energy. So I've been taking it a little bit slower and trying to, spend some time just reading or, relaxing. I'm gonna go back to the Fairy Tale Europe, and I'm gonna use this shade, which is Prince Charming. No, it's First Kiss. Sorry. I got those confused. So I'm gonna use this in the inner part of the lid, not in the inner corner, just in the inner part. Just to have more of like a pinkier tone over here as well. Don't ask me why, I just really want to use this one. And yeah, so that's kind of what I've been dealing with. Let me know if you have some kind of changes in your life that you would like to share with us. But this has been exciting. Like, I think it's actually gonna be a good thing for me. I already feel so much calmer, and I've been in a lot of stress in the past year and a bit. And I feel like this is really helping me. And also the fact that I'm gonna be able to spend my evenings with my best friend and talk to her about stuff, like I think that's gonna help me a lot mentally. And yeah, I just feel like it's happening at the right time. Obviously I stayed at the dorm for a really long time, and the main reason for that was just the fact that I wanted to save up some money, and I didn't want it to spend like most of my paycheck on a rent. So when my friend told me about this place, and you know, all the plans that she had, I was really, really, really excited. It's not too expensive to live here. I was kind of scared when she first introduced the idea to me, because where I live, it's pretty expensive to rent an apartment, like even a really small one. It's just kind of crazy with the prices, and I don't want to spend like most of my paycheck on that. It just feels really wasteful, but this place is actually quite okay, and I'm gonna have I'm gonna have most of my paycheck still available for savings. I'm gonna use the shade, well, which I'm not completely sure which inner corner I want to use, because they're both really pretty. One is more like pinky purple and one is more tealy green. Maybe I'm gonna use this one. This one is the more greeny with a bit of gold. It's called Head in the Clouds. And even though it's not too expensive here, it's obviously way more expensive than the dorm. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful with how I spend my money. Not like anything crazy, because I wouldn't move here if I wasn't sure that I can comfortably afford it. But I don't think I'm gonna be buying as much new like makeup or nail polishes or stuff like that as I used to. And I think you've been noticing that like I definitely don't review as much as I used to last year. I was definitely shopping more last year. This year also, since my collection is a lot larger, I just feel like I kind of have most things, and whenever I see new releases, I'm excited for them. But then, thinking about it a little bit more, you do realize that it's not necessary to buy the new products, and that you kind of already have those products in your collection. And that is amazing, because I do really want to kind of slow down a bit and really enjoy what I have. I will be introducing a lot of panning projects next year, so you can stay tuned for that and subscribe if you want to see that, obviously. And I am really excited for that. I'm gonna get my first paycheck from YouTube in a bit, which is another like really exciting thing, and I hope that my channel will grow a lot next year, so that I will be able to kind of use the money that I get from this channel to buy the new products and review, and I'll be able to have more of my like regular paycheck for myself and for the things that I need to buy or want to buy, if that makes sense. I think now I'm gonna get into the shade, which one? Over the Moon, this one, and I'm gonna use that on the lower lash line. It's a bit more of like a purpley shade, and I just want to use it in the first half of the lower lash line. So I really hope that my channel will grow a bit more, and that I will be able to maybe even get on some PR lists, because I'm not on any PR lists. I was asked by a couple of brands, but those are brands that I've never heard about, and I don't wanna promote anything here that I don't know very well and I haven't tried previously. It just doesn't make me feel comfortable, and I'm really scared to like ask for PR. Obviously there are a lot of brands that I do have quite a large collections of products, and maybe they would or could entertain the idea of putting me on a PR list, but I'm really scared to ask. And I know that that's something that you shouldn't be scared of, because the worst thing that can happen is that they're gonna say no. But I never know how to ask for that, and also since English is not my first language, and you should speak to brands like pretty you should use formal language, and I'm not very good at that when it comes to English. Like I can speak normally like informally quite okay, but I'm not very good at like work language and formal language. I'm gonna use the shade Haunted House, this one, to start my liner, and then I'm gonna go over it with a shimmer shade. So that's another thing, like I don't want to say something that would be inappropriate to say in a setting like that, and or say something that could be interpreted differently that I meant it. And I know that most indie brands are like super nice and really cool and wouldn't be mean to me just because I've used it like the wrong word. But I just always really feel anxious about that. It's something that I've never done before, so obviously I do feel really anxious about that. And I know that that's normal. There's so many things that I've always felt really anxious until I actually tried them, and then I realized it's not that much of a big deal. Yeah, I just have to get over my anxieties. I'm really envious of people that can just say whatever they want to say and not feel any like particular way about it and just like speak their minds. I'm always kind of over analyzing if what I want to say is correct. Even when I'm at school, that's something that I really struggle with, and this is kind of going all sorts of directions, I know, but every single time I'm at a lecture or seminar or something like that and I get asked a question, it just takes me forever to come up with an answer, even though I know the answer, or like it's somewhere in there, because it takes me so long to even wrap my head around the fact that I need to speak in front of people in the lecture hall, and then also like figuring out how to say what I want to say in a like educated manner. That's why I really enjoy writing. Like whenever we need to write something like an essay or something, I feel so much calmer because I can write really well, and or like I've never had problems with my essays, and I've always had really good marks from them. So I feel really comfortable and confident with that. But speaking, oh no. And the thing is, like, I run fake scenarios in my head all the time, and I always know what to say in those, but when there's actually like people staring at me, I cannot figure out what to say. And it annoys me because then I feel like my professors think that I'm not very good at the subject, but I am. I just cannot speak in front of a class. Which is really funny because I'm a teacher, and when I'm teaching, it's completely fine. I can say what I want to say and I don't feel uncomfortable. But for some reason, when I'm actually at the uni, I get really uncomfortable and really unsure of myself. And I don't know if that's like a normal thing that most people go through or if it's something I should address. I'm gonna get into my Soma 2 eyeshadow palette. I'm trying to pan this here. It's one of my Pendos palettes. And I'm gonna use the shade Deep Space. It's the only shade that doesn't have a pan yet. And I do want to hit a pan. I've been focusing on it a little bit more lately. And I have been seeing a little bit more of a progress. It's still not very easy to hit a pen on this because it is very like thick eyeshadow, so you don't use a lot. Let me spray the brush. I'm trying to kind of go through all the points that I have written for myself, and if there's something that I wanted to mention that I haven't mentioned yet. But I think this is kind of everything I wanted to say, so the rest of this video is just gonna be get ready with me. But let me know if there's something you would recommend to me, whether it's furniture that I should get or like any appliances that you think are really cool to have and to use, or if there's some decorations that you would like me to get here. I love shopping for decorations. I'm just not very good at setting them up because I never know if it's gonna look okay. I'm gonna show you how my room looks like right now, so that you can see where we're at, and you're gonna see more in-depth video when it comes to like the makeup drawers once I'll film my makeup collection. But I'm just gonna kind of quickly go through where everything is. I'm not really gonna show you like all my clothes or anything, just a little speed through of how it looks around here. I'm not gonna film the other parts of this apartment, just this room, because obviously the other parts are shared, and I know that my friend would be really okay with this, but it just feels weird, so you're not gonna see that. And let me actually finish this look on my own, or should you? No, will I show you what I'm using, or will I just tell you what I've used? So I'm gonna use this waterline pencil. This is from NYX. It's the Epic Wear eyeliner stick in the shade Blue Trip. So I'm gonna use this in my waterline. This one is such a nice kind of tealy blue. Because I have a blue mascara, or maybe white. I have worn the white mascara a couple of days ago. Maybe I'm gonna do white lower lashes and then black top lashes. I love to do that whenever I wear a blue look. So this is the NYX Worth the Hype waterproof mascara. I have used it like 4 times now, and it creates really long lashes and they look quite voluminous. I've had mascaras that make them more like volumized, but this really creates long lashes and they look very fluffy, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah, they just kind of look very fluffy and cute. Oh, I love this look. I love these like icy, soft, tealy, minty looks with a deep blue liner. And it's such an easy look, but I feel like it always looks super cute. Okay, now that this is done, I'm gonna use the Glisten Spectra Lash mascara in white. Or actually, before that, I'm gonna also use my concealer. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Concealer in the shade 10. I always forget to do my concealer before the like lower lashes, but this time I actually did remember. So I just always use my fingers and just kind of dab it and just tap it around the water, around the like under eye area, and kind of into the end of my liner. And this is gonna fit so well with the cold weather. Let me know how it is where you live, but here it has been actually pretty cold and even freezing a bit, which is not cool. And it looks so pretty outside, like it's sunny and like it looks like it's gonna be warm outside. But then when you actually leave the house, it's everything except warm. And I'm one of those people that always has really, really cold fingers, like almost freezing. And they get like really numb. So I don't know how I'm gonna survive winter. Every single time, like literally every single time when winter starts, I get that like thought in my head, like, how are you gonna survive? And so far I've been successful, but you know, this could be the year. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I have the Revolution Fast Base blush in the shade Peach. You've seen this a million times because I'm using this every single day until I'm gonna pan it. And I'm getting so close. And I can't even explain how happy that makes me and how happy I'm gonna be when I'm actually gonna finish it up. Like, it's a great product. I really enjoy it. It's amazing. It looks great. I'm very happy about this one. But I've been working on it for so long, and especially in the past couple of months, I've been wearing it almost non-stop. And it's just, you get bored out of it. Like, I know it looks nice. I do really like the effect that it gives. Everything is great. It's just boring to use the same product all the time. And even though it is a cream product, like it's a stick, obviously, you don't need a lot. You really don't. I try to really layer it, like you saw how much I've applied, but you just don't need that much. And that's not fun. I think I'm gonna get into this shade, which is, I think it's called Festive, and it's this kind of bluey purple iridescent shade. And I'm gonna use this as a highlighter. It's such a beautiful highlight, not just for your eyes, but also on your face. I think I've already used it once like that, maybe in the initial review, I'm not completely sure. But do you see how kind of icy beautiful that is? I'm gonna wear this a lot in the winter, or something similar to this, because I love these shades and they're really fun to wear, and I just like iridescent, fun, colorful highlighters. Whoever created these was genius, because can you imagine what my life would look like without these? I would be so sad. I'll be just weeping all the time. Okay, now I need, where is my inner corner brush? Okay, I think I'm gonna use this shade underneath my brows as well, like in this little area, because it's not too sparkly, so it's gonna look more like natural, and it creates such a pretty effect. I've been kind of hyper focusing on specific lipsticks just because I feel like my lipstick collection is a bit too large, and you're gonna see that once I'll actually upload my makeup collection videos, which is not gonna take that long. I think I'm gonna do the face products first, which is gonna be like everything except eyeshadows, and then I'm gonna do eyeshadows at the end of the year. But I think the like face product portion might be uploaded around the beginning of December, because I don't think I'm gonna buy anything new unless I'm gonna like use up a mascara, but that's just like one mascara. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything I'm kind of running low on that I would need to repurchase or purchase the same product in that category. And I'm also not, well, I have a couple products that I might use up by the end of the year, but you're gonna see that in my empty, so I feel like I can film that video not in like the next 2 weeks, and at least I would have like one long video out. So I'm gonna use the Skechers Creamy Nudes lip pen. This one is in the shade Happy Hazelnut. I used Vaseline on my lips, so I'm just kind of making sure I don't have too much of the Vaseline on my lips, because then it's hard to actually like draw. Oh, and I need to sharpen it. This is more like a lipstick. You can also use it as a lip liner, but it works a bit better as a lipstick. I'm gonna attempt to use it as a lip liner because I'm gonna use a liquid lipstick over it, so it's not, doesn't matter too much. It's a beautiful kind of like brownie rose. It's such a beautiful shade. Like, I could wear this all the time, and I actually have it in my backpack that I use every single day. Okay, and now I'm gonna use this Maybelline Vanilla Ink lipstick in the shade 15 Peachy. I've been really going at it, and I need to shake it because otherwise it's just water. I've heard that you can use this up within 50 uses, and I've already used it like 35 times, I believe. So maybe we're gonna have an empty, which when it comes to lipsticks, I would be so happy. The only problem I have is I don't really have a red lipstick, like a nice brownie red. I don't like cool tone lipsticks, but like warm brownie red lipstick, like a really, really red lipstick. I've had the Angelica Nyquist lipstick from the Halloween collaboration with Uden's Eye, and that one was perfect, but I've used that up because it's been kind of old, so I wanted to use it up. And now I don't have a good lipstick, and I want something that won't transfer too much. It can't be too creamy, but I also don't want it to be like a matte lipstick because then it's drying. So I would prefer it if it was in this formula, because I love this formula, or something like the cloudy like lip, like that souffle type of foamy, not foamy, what's the word? You know, the cloud lip glaze from Kaleidos, like that type of formula, like this Asian Beauty lipstick formula. So if you know a good brand for a really nice brownie red, please comment it down below. I need to get that. I don't have that color in my collection at this point, and I really miss it. But this is the entire look, and I love it. It's one of those really easy looks that I wear a lot whenever I want to wear blue. This is mostly what I wear. Sometimes I do kind of like a darker blue smoky eye, but usually I'm more into these because I can still use the dark blue shades, but not, it doesn't look too dark. It's just an eyeliner, and we still don't have a pen in mine, so I'm gonna do, like, there's such a good dip. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's such a good dip. I don't know if I'm not gonna do blue nails or I'm gonna do green ones. I will for sure use one of the shades that I'm currently panning in my, or trying to use up in my Pendos palettes. I just don't know if I want to do blue because I had blue nails not that long ago. Not that long ago. But that is everything for today. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below and let me know what you think about my new room. And I hope you've had a wonderful day, and I'll be super happy to see you tomorrow with another video. Bye guys. Okay, so here's my like little shelf with like mostly stationery for my bullet journal. Then I have a couple of school things. There's one slot that's left open, but it's gonna be covered with like books because I have a couple books at my work so that my students can borrow them, but I'm gonna put them all there. And over here are the rest of my books. I also have a couple books under my bed that I have to like organize here, but I first want to read these. Some of these I haven't read yet, like the Powerless, this one, The Song of Achilles. I can't wait to actually read that. And these from Stephen Fry, I can't wait to read that as well because I'm like a history major. I'm in love with history and this sounds amazing. And then this Percy Jackson, which I haven't read yet. I have read like almost everything from Rick, but this one I haven't because it's a new book. I just got it like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So that one. And currently I'm reading this book from Rosie Hollett. I think that's how it's called. This one is in Czech. I'm reading it in Czech because I couldn't find it in English. But so far it's really fun to read. And then here is my table. Sorry, it's just really sunny outside. So I just have my notebook. I have my weights for project planning, my 2 little mini palettes that I'm planning, and then my notebook like with all the statistics. I have my mirror here and like my most important things that I need. Then over here, it's just like all my clothes and my favorite candles. Then obviously like plants, I need that. Here are palettes I'm currently working on for No Pen Left Behind. Some of these are also in different projects, like this is this is in Project 20 Uses. Then I have 2 palettes that are in my Pendos eyeshadows. And then this is one of my Pendos palettes. And another palette that I'm just trying to No Pen Left Behind. I have my brushes. I have this little candle that's shaped like a tiny pumpkin. I just love these. And then over here I have like my lipsticks, and this is little acrylic drawer or like organizer, and I just have like my everyday things that I'm planning, things that I want to use on a daily rotation because they've been in my collection for a long time. So I kind of have all sorts of different, for example, eye pencils, and I have every single color. And I always have the oldest pencil of that color, if that makes sense, so that I go through them the quickest. And yeah, it's just products that I'm using every day. This drawer is actually empty currently, like I don't have anything to store here. I have a couple of these organizers that I also have, and I'm probably gonna use them eventually when I'll find products to put there. And I have my reusable cotton rounds so that it's easier for me to reach for them when I wanna take my makeup off. And then the last drawer is also kind of empty. I just have all sorts of different like pills, some like, you know, when you have a headache and stuff like that. So that's what I have over there. It's next to the bed, so it's really easy to reach for it if I do wake up not feeling really well. I have this little plushie over here, which, if you know the click, I love this, like my emotional support demon. I absolutely adore it, and I always sleep with it because it's just so cute and so tiny. And I made it this little flower that it sits on. I just crocheted that, and it just looks so cute when it's like sitting over here on this huge flower. And then here's like the main organizer. So over here I have my monthly empties, monthly haul products that I will talk about. Products that I haven't opened yet and are like right in the back. I have my university diploma for my like bachelor. I have some of my favorite fragrances. I love this one, this whiskey tobacco. I'm always scared to wear it for work because it's very whiskey-like, and I never know if it's okay because I'm a teacher, but it's amazing scent. Then I really like this one. Actually received this as a gift, and it's so fresh and it's so interesting. Like it's kind of like eucalyptus, and then it's kind of sweet. I don't know how to really describe that, but it's amazing. Then this one from Koras, Love this one. It's such a sexy scent. This one I love from Replica. This is the By the Fireplace. It's so woody and it's so amazing for this time of the year. And then Citrus Affair is my favorite summer scent. And in this one, let me actually, oh no, it's gonna fall. I have, okay, so this is actually a fragrance from Novelista. It's the Vanilla Club, but my package, like the glass bottle, got broken. It wouldn't spritz, so I just decanted that into the spritzer because I had to smash the entire bottle with a hammer and just pour all the rest of the fragrance over here. So it's not very aesthetic, but it's a beautiful kind of like woody, spicy vanilla. If you don't like sweet vanilla, this is very much like chai latte. Like it has that cinnamony, woody scent. I don't know how else to describe it, and it's gorgeous. But I have it in this strange little bottle. I have more fragrances. Some of them are unopened, and some of them are at my parents' house because again they're unopened. So I have way more fragrances than that. I have probably like 20, and then I have 3 that I always have. One that is sitting on my table at work, and then 2 that are small ones, and I have that in my backpack. And then here are my like bigger palettes, like the really big one. They're kind of together with the size, and I'm trying to have similar brands next to each other, but some brands just create palettes that are all sort of different sizes, and I wanted to go from the tallest to the smallest. So that's kind of what here. Over here are my 9 pans and smaller. Then I have the like long skinny palettes over here. By the way, this is just like an empty little box, and I have my APA bag because this is what I travel with whenever I'm going home for the weekend. I just take some of my like the stuff that I think I'm gonna use for the weekend. I always put inside. And then there are some like brushes that I have multiple like sizes of, and I don't need them on a daily basis. Some of my favorite candles. I love this one from Nomad. I haven't lit it yet, like I haven't burned it. I just always open it and sniff it because it's so nice. And obviously my little ZC palette. And then, so on this drawer, I'm gonna have to go on my knees. So long skinny palettes, and then this is one of the acrylic drawers. Here I have kind of like foundation, concealers, primers, like all the base products I don't use very often. I have one concealer that I have in the little drawer, little acrylic organizer for my daily wear, but otherwise everything else is here. Then over here are like highlighters that I don't use very often. Here are more highlighters. These ones I do use sometimes, but it's not in my daily rotation. They're just kind of like for special occasions, and I have this little one split liner because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. Here are my like face palettes or highlighter palettes, blush palettes, stuff like that. I think I'm gonna actually have to stand up because you can't really see. So yeah, I have the Oracle, I have this Unearthly Spring Magic, then the Daydreamer from Electrum Cosmetics, Glamlight Scooby-Doo, then this Unearthly, then this She Glam, which I think I'm gonna get rid of because it's been a while since I have it in my collection and I don't really use it. I don't really use it, but you're gonna see that in the, what is it called? Makeup collection video and like the declutter. I have some of the boxes here because they're just pretty and I like to keep them. I have my tiny little, these are actually for the nails, and it's like little designs that you can use on your nails, but I usually use it whenever I do a little bit more fun look. And here are kind of like all my blushes, like single blushes, and I also have bronzers. I have this little blush palette because it doesn't fit over here. This one is actually from REM. It's the new Wicked collection. I have my foundation powders over here, and then my how are you called, cushion foundations over here. So these are kind of more like a single product. Here I have another acrylic drawer. Here is one palette that I haven't reviewed yet, so I put it on this little shelf. Here are my waterline pencils, lip pencils, and then I have these 2 matte liquid shadows and shimmer shadows. These are from Catrice. Here I have my liquid blushes, highlighters. I also have this highlighter because it wouldn't fit anywhere else, and I have this little bronzer because also it wouldn't fit anywhere else. Then this is kind of miscellaneous. I have lashes. I have this cleaning pad for brushes. This in case I want to depot anything. And then these are eyeshadow bases that I don't need to use yet because they are kind of backups. Here are some of my liquid lipsticks that didn't fit into the previous like acrylic stand. Here are miscellaneous. These are colorful mascaras. This is brow shaping like wax. That is horrible. I have some of my eyeshadows. Like these are the how do you call this? Pigments. Like the loose pigments, and then a couple other water activated liners. Here are another drawer of lipsticks, and I also have these two liquid products from Menagerie. You can use that as a lipstick highlighter or an eyeshadow. And then this is another drawer of lipsticks. Over here I have another palettes that are for my seasonal collection that I would like to Nope and Left Behind, or this one I just finished Nope and Left Behinding, and it's prepared for my haul. These palettes are just out because I'm gonna use them for the next look. And here are a couple other products that this one I need to Nope and Left Behind 2 times before I'm gonna haul it. This one I just Nope and Left Behind, and these two I would like to try to Nope and Left Behind them before the autumn ends, because they're in my autumnal collection and they didn't fit in this little drawer over here. This one keeps falling, by the way. And then here's my full box of empties for the year that I'm gonna soon take a look into and kind of organize that and give you like a rundown of everything I was able to use up. So it's over here. Here I have some filming products. So I have some backgrounds, additional lights, and other products. Here are some of my clothes that I don't wear in this season, so they're just over here because they didn't fit in a drawer. And here I just have like this bag I always go out with because I have my stuff there, and then like other products that I use on the daily. So it's over here, so it's easy to reach, and it's right next to my bed. So that's here. And then here I have all the clothes that need to be hanged. Is that how you're supposed to say that? I'm not completely sure. It sounds aggressive for some reason. So I have some of my favorite clothes, also like stuff that I like to wear often and I don't want to go inside of the drawers. So that's kind of what's in here, and it barely fits, but it does. So this is how it looks like, and that's everything for my room. So let me kind of show you. Oh, and I forgot to show you this thing. So this is from IKEA, and it's like another organizer. I have like random stuff here. All my nail polishes are in here. I'm gonna do a nail polish collection, but this entire thing, and it actually is quite deep, so you don't like, you only see like 60% of the drawer. This entire thing is filled with nail polish. I probably have space for like 5 more nail polishes to put in here, and that's it. Then it's completely full. So yeah, we need to do something about this, because I used to have like some of my nail polishes here and then some of my nail polishes at my parents' house, but now I have them all here, and that's when you really see like, girl, you have too much. Then here are just like things for my work. Here are a couple of my stationery products that are like loose and I don't have anything to organize them in. I need to buy one of those like sticker books, you know, with the sheets, so that I can store it really easily. I have some of my like random makeup products here, and this is just like little crystals to use, some random brushes that I sometimes use. I have some magnets, and then my magnetic palettes are here, so that if I'm like filming something like BYOPs or duping, I have it like right next to the table, and it's really easy for me to reach. And then here is just like cables and stuff that I reach for a lot. you know, when I want to charge my phone or something. And yeah, so that's kind of everything. And that's it for this video. So have a great day and bye, guys.